Hello, and welcome to the Codex Prime podcast. We are on episode 112.
112.
Yes. In the building. Not the actual band. But yes, it is Tuesday, March 6th, 2018. I am your host, Victor Omoayo, and with me, as always, is my co-host and social media chair, Carl Byrd.
What is going on, y'all?
Yes, indeed. It's another week. To this episode, I'll be talking about the 90th Academy Awards, as well as some stuff that we've gotten into this past week, as well as the news and headlines. And our main topic is going to be unpopular opinions of ours on all sorts of stuff like movies, comics, culture, life, whatever.
Victor Vader is coming back.
I don't think Victor Vader is going to come back.
I think you about to be in this episode. You about to be a bigger hater than the most diabolical hater this side of the Mississippi. Who happen to be watching right now. What up, Kyle?
What's up, Kyle? Welcome to the chat. I'm sure this will be an episode that even Kyle can join in on because he's a purveyor of unpopular opinions. Speaking of which, Roman...
what? Of unpopular opinions?
Purveyor.
No, the boy's just a hater. The thing is, like, this is what I love about Kyle, too. For as long as I know him, he's been a hater, and he wore it with a badge of honor.
Now, are you calling him a hater because he just has different opinions than y'all, or because he just goes against the grain?
He goes against the grain. He owns that title. He is okay with it. Like, one of his Facebook pictures is him with it's a picture of Silky Johnson from the Player Haters Ball with his face on it.
Wow. Hate.
He
Man, I mean, I give it up to Kyle though. I mean, for someone who's a genuine Roman Reigns fan and who swears that he's a modern day legend, I mean, I got to give it to him.
Okay, you're already starting. We didn't even get.
But yeah, man, we'll get into a little bit of wrestling talk, get into a little bit of Raw as well. But once again, we thank you all for tuning in. And WrestleMania, I believe, is only 30-something days away.
5 weeks away.
Yeah, 5 weeks away. We got some matches that have been announced, so we'll be getting into that. And some more nerd goodness and magic and awesomeness and delightfulness all around. So with that, Carl, as you're sharing the episode, what have you been up to as of late?
Well, my girl's been like dreadfully sick lately, so I've been taking care of her a lot.
Yeah, get well soon.
Yeah. So I actually got a new go to sleep show to throw on to go to sleep to.
Okay. What's that?
And I'm kind of highly upset with myself that I haven't watched this. Like when it was on The Office.
Oh, really?
Yo, The Office is hilarious.
Are you talking about the American version?
Yeah, the American version.
Okay.
I don't think the UK version is on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But I have grown to like that show. Shout outs to Freddie. He originally put me onto it because like we was at one of the Freddie Cups.
Yeah.
We noticed that the trainer in Mike Tyson's Punch Out looks like Stanley.
Oh yeah, he does. He does look like Doc Lewis.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, he's like, yo, man, that's Stanley. So I'm like, whatever. I'm like, yo, is he? I always see him. So I'm like, all right, let me look up. Shout outs to Malik Banks, by the way. So I'm like, yo, let me just check this out. So I looked up on YouTube the best of Stanley.
Yeah.
Yo, I was freaking dying. I still watch it from time to time if I'm bored. If I just want to go on YouTube, I'm watching the best of Stanley.
Okay.
And then I started coming across, characters like Michael and his feud with Toby, the HR representative.
Yeah.
I mean, like Michael hates Toby. Like there was one scene when he's like, listen, if I had a gun with 2 bullets and if I was in a room with Bin Laden and Hitler and Toby, I would shoot Toby twice.
Damn. That's maximum hate.
Yeah, for real. Like it just has me dying. And then Jim always pranking Dwight. And I developed a new crush on Jenna Fisher, who plays Pam, and the receptionist.
Yeah.
And then I learned that Jenna Fisher is a hardcore Dallas Cowboys fan.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's not too bad. That is amazing. As a matter of fact. But speaking one thing of Kyle, he posted up a status on our NFL group, and Kyle's a hardcore Panthers fan.
Yep.
So he said, he was dropping off his son on the bus. So he said, I seen a little boy get on the bus. I seen a little boy on my son's bus with a Saints hat on, Mm-hmm. The Saints and the Panthers are rivals.
Ah, okay.
He said, I told my son that I will get him a brand new Xbox if he beats that kid's ass.
Oh, that's just awful parenting, man.
So then somebody chimed in. He says, what if the Saints fan beats your son? So that means he's going to have another ass whooping when he comes home. Then I'm going to beat up his karate instructor for that.
Damn.
So, yeah, shout outs to Kyle for giving me that good laugh that first thing in the morning.
Y'all football fans are something else, man.
Hey, it's what you call it's called passion, and we love we love competition.
Yeah, if you say so.
Just like wrestling fans love competition.
Oh, that's different, though.
No, it's still competition. But anyways, with 2 hours to spare,
Yep.
I finished the 4 in February challenge.
Ah, what's up? That's what's up.
So I beat all 3 story arcs of Dragon Ball FighterZ. Also, my other three games that I played, which is Uncharted Lost Legacy, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, their story mode, and then Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to next year already.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, hopefully I can actually get to 5, maybe 6
Wow.
next year.
6 for February.
Yeah, and hopefully, because everybody who I called out did not do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, they had things to do. I'm surprised. I'm sure.
You ain't that damn busy. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15 took up all my time.
It did, because I had to put Horizon Zero Dawn down
Yeah.
for this one. I did. But I'm going to go back. I'm getting back into it, and hopefully I can beat that one in a month. 2 months in time for God of War.
Okay. When is that game coming out?
April 25th, I want to say.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That sounds about right.
And Detroit Become Human is May 25th.
Sweet. Okay.
So, yeah, I got to get my pre-orders in.
Yeah.
And then I started the Batman Telltale game. It was free for last month. It was free for last month's PlayStation deal.
Yeah.
So I said, why the hell not?
Okay.
So I just started it. I'm on the second game. Bruh, Kyle's on the second game. You're too late, man. February is over. And yes, Uncharted is greatness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Welcome to PlayStation, Kyle.
Oh, nice.
So, but yes, Batman Telltale is pretty dark. You know how it's supposed to be. You know, they're swearing up a storm and all that. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, it's not a family game. So I'm looking more to get into that. Is Horizon Zero Dawn good?
Yeah, it's excellent.
Good is an excellence and understatement.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be times where you're gonna just like stop and just look at the graphics and how beautiful it is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No question.
Yeah, so hurry up and get it. So other than that, that's all I've been up to. What's going on in your end?
What's going on with me? Let's see. I've watched the 90th Academy Awards this past Sunday.
I watched those too. At least the last hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you watched some of the main categories, awards. I really enjoyed this year's Oscars. I mean, this year's round of nominees have been all strong, and any one of them could have gotten a top prize. The Best Picture winner ultimately was The Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro.
You notice that he had to check the envelope to make sure.
Yep, he had to check the envelope.
He wasn't getting that Moonlight moment. Nope, he wanted to make sure that was his.
Oh yeah, and in fact, Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway actually presented the Best Picture winner, and Faye
they had to do a do-over.
Yeah, and Faye Dunaway says that. Well, you know what they say: presentations are the best the second time around.
Oh yeah, they had to. They got to make jokes on that.
Oh yeah.
Now, since I didn't watch it from the beginning, did they actually present Moonlight for last year's award just so they can get their moment at the beginning? Because I heard they were going to do that.
Oh no, Moonlight actually they already had their moment at the end of last year's Oscars. Like, because when La La Land made that correction on stage live, that's when the Moonlight crew came on stage and accepted their award.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I was really happy to see The Shape of Water win because you don't usually see fantasy or genre pictures get the top prize. Like the last fantasy film that won was Return of the King, Lord of the Rings, back in '03. And so I was really happy because like this round of because it's a great film, and Guillermo del Toro, he won the best director, as well as and the film also won 2 more Oscars for best original score by Alexander Desplat and best production design because the movie looks great, looks fantastic. Like
From what I've seen, yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with that, but I can't really put too much judgment on the movie because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, like the Blu-ray's coming out next week, so you can actually like rent it when it hits Redbox. It should hit Redbox, but I recommend watching it because like it looks great. Like the production design kind of reminds me of BioShock, and the look of the amphibious fish creature was cool. I was really happy to.
Doesn't the fish creature have a love scene though?
Yeah,
With a human?
yeah, with Sally Hawkins, who plays the mute woman who ends up falling in love with the fish man.
Really?
Yeah, it's a wonderful story.
Wonderful story of bestiality.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man, don't be simple. Anyway,
I'm just saying.
but yeah, I was really happy to see The Shape of Water win, and like the other nominees were all good. The only one that I haven't seen was Darkest Hour. Darkest Hour ultimately won Best Actor for Gary Oldman, which was well deserved because Gary Oldman was one of the great actors that we've seen for like past 20, 30 years, and he's never won an Oscar up until last night. Yeah, like Leon the Professional, Dracula.
I love Leon the Professional.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yep. He should have won it. He should have been nominated for an Oscar for playing the villain. Everyone.
What was a good villainous role that he did play into was The Book of Eli.
Yeah, he was very
That was
good
a
in that.
very good movie.
It was quite underrated too. It was from the same directors who did Dead Presidents, the Hughes brothers.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. He also played Dracula as well, which was a pretty cool movie. So yeah, big ups to Gary Oldman for finally getting his Oscar. You also had some other great winners too in the Best Picture category, like Call Me by Your Name, which I know what you want to say, Carl. That Call Me by Your Name was a wonderful film. It actually won Best Adapted Screenplay. James Ivory, the living legend. He became the oldest Oscar winner at 89.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he also
whatever keeps you going.
Yeah, like he's been around for a minute. Like he's directed some great films, which I have on the Criterion Collection, like Howard's End, A Room with a View, and The Remains of the Day, which is another period piece, which is not on the Criterion Collection, but he's a legendary film director and producer. So, you know, big ups to him for winning for Call Me by Your Name. Although I would have loved to have seen Logan win.
I was going for that because I was biased. A, I'm a Marvel fan. B, I'm a comic book guy. So I'm like, yo, come on, Marvel, get something. Has there ever been a superhero movie to win an Oscar?
Oh yeah. Well, no, like for not like Best Director or Best Picture, but there've been like The Dark Knight,
Suicide Squad.
Well, Suicide Squad won makeup and hairstyling, but The Dark Knight, if you recall, also won Best Supporting Actor with Heath Ledger.
With Heath Ledger, right?
Yeah. But yeah, like Logan, it was great seeing that film get nominated at least. So the nomination was the win in my view. With Call Me by Your Name, I'm so happy that it did receive some recognition because that's a great love story. And also big ups to Jordan Peele for Get Out.
Yeah, he's the first black to win best writing. So?
Yeah, Best Original Screenplay. He's the first black black filmmaker to win Best Original Screenplay for Get Out. And Get Out's a well-written film, so creative.
It was so good.
Yeah, like the way that it explores race is just such a unique way that, for me, that was my number one pick. For me, that was Jordan Peele's Oscar to lose.
I was good. Yeah, I was going for that one.
Yeah, so big ups to Jordan Peele for winning. So he came a long way from his Mad TV days to Key and Peele, the player formerly known as Mouse Cop. Donkey Teeth.
I was gonna make a meme about that.
Yeah,
I just didn't know which one to pick.
So hopefully Oscar winner Keegan-Michael Key might not be far behind, so that way Van Davion and Mike can both be Oscar winners. That shit would be hilarious to me.
Yeah, I actually saw a picture of of like Keegan-Michael Key like celebrating when Jordan Peele got in. He lost his mind.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so yeah, and that's what's up when you have like awesome friends behind you that celebrate your wins and they're just as amped as you are, that's what's up. That's when you know you have some cool people behind you. So big ups to Jordan Peele, man, and I'm looking forward to his future films, especially Black Klansman, which he's producing with Spike Lee.
That's his next one?
Yep. Yeah, it's producing. As far as directing goes, I'm not sure what he's doing per se, but I'm pretty sure whatever it is, I'll be in the theater immediately.
Now, wasn't there talks of him doing Akira?
There was, but he ultimately decided against it because, like, for him, like, A, why would you adapt Akira, and B, he's more apt to do original stories rather than adaptations of someone else's work. So, you know, I can understand that. Some other big winners as well. 3 Billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. It won 2 Oscars. It won Best Actress, Frances McDormand. She won her 2nd Oscar. And she had a really cool acceptance speech where she mentioned 2 words: inclusion rider.
Now, I saw that you tweeted that.
Yeah.
But I did not have. I think I got like sidetracked or something. Like I got a text or something because I was gonna click onto it and see what she meant.
Yeah, inclusion rider. It's a clause in an A-list actor's contract which mandates that a production has to have at least 50% like diversity or inclusion in the production. So like people behind the camera, like director, writers, cast, crew, like it has to have. It has to like accurately reflect the world that we're living in. Oh, okay. So, for example, like if somebody was making a movie that took place in Providence, you can't have like an all white cast and crew, like per se, unless depending on the story. But like if you're making a story like in Providence, it has to reflect what Providence actually looks like.
They will never show the South Side.
Oh, I think it will. Nowadays, it's possible.
They better nowadays.
Yeah. Just don't get shot, but still.
Nobody gonna get shot. See,
I know that was bad. I mean, I couldn't resist that joke. I mean, that's my bad.
I grew up in the South Side, and I'm still here.
Yeah, miraculously, but
that is not. Well, you kind of say that.
Yeah, but I mean,
you're miraculously here, still here too.
Oh come on, my neighborhood ain't. It's like the quiet end of the hood, if you will. Come on, man. You don't have to disclose where I live per se, but
I know. Look, I'm just saying. Like I've been in this city all my life, minus a year that I lived in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. I know what's up. Yeah. I know all the spots.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we're a few years away from getting a feature film that takes place in Chad Brown, right?
It could happen.
Yeah,
they made The Wire.
Yeah, they made The Wire. It could happen here. We can have our own Wire, but yeah, that's.
They did have Brotherhood. Did you watch that? It was like on Showtime or something.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I used to work at an auto parts warehouse, and they used to film it in like the neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
So I used to see like all the production trucks and stuff, and I was working. They would shoot during the day. So like I wanted to like try to sneak into a shop, but unfortunately I had to work. By the time I got out, everybody was wrapping up.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucked.
Yeah. I heard it was a decent show though.
I heard so too. I think does Showtime have like a on-demand app?
No, I think you can only get Showtime through Hulu or Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Frances McDormand, 2-time Oscar winner. Then you also have Sam Rockwell winning supporting actor for 3 Billboards. And I really like Sam Rockwell. He's one of those like workhorse actors that you've seen for years. Mm-hmm. He was best known for among comic book fans and being in Iron Man 2 as Justin Hammer. So he was also in Moon, which is a great film as well.
Peace, Tony's Market.
Yeah.
God, I drive by that laundromat all day, every time, and I just get mad.
Oh, and also Kyle makes a good point. Kobe is an Oscar winner.
Yeah, and there's already controversy about that.
Yeah,
they're bringing up his rape allegation that he was acquitted for.
Yeah, and I think
16 years later.
Yeah,
this is people they just need to be mad about something.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And plus the girl in question, I think she recanted her testimony. Yeah. But yeah, that was then. This is now. I was very happy and surprised to see that Kobe Bryant is now an Academy Award winner. Kobe Bryant. So he won for the best animated short film, Dear Basketball, which you can watch for free online if you do a Google search. Dear Basketball, you can watch it on his website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that film was written by Kobe Bryant and it was animated by Glenn Keane. And it was a really cool 5-minute 5-minute short film on Kobe Bryant's his love for basketball and his career and how he ultimately had to retire. So it was like a letter to himself, like to his kid self.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the animation was pretty cool. It was pretty beautiful looking. It's like pencil sketches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's like a love letter to
to the sport of basketball,
to the sport and like his time during it. I thought it was really cool, and in fact I actually retweeted a picture or a Twitter post from Bleacher Report, which it showed a picture of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, where MJ says, "You'll never get 5 rings," and then Kobe says, "but you'll never get an Oscar."
I saw a meme of the Michael Jordan crying face. And the caption was, "When Space Jam didn't get an Oscar."
Oh man, because Space Jam's trash. But
Space Jam is so good. See, we'll save it. We'll save it.
Yeah,
we'll save it.
We'll save it. But you know what? Big ups to Kobe. For getting it. And when it's every time I just think of that. I know it's wrong. I think of that Dave Chappelle sketch, Kobe. Yeah. But hey, you know what? This got me thinking. You know what? Now that Kobe, he's retired from the sport of basketball and he's gotten into filmmaking a little bit. Maybe Des Bryant and Dax Shepard can transition from the Cowboys to filmmaking so they can actually win something for once.
Dax Shepard is already an actor.
Is he?
You're saying Dax. You said Dax Shepard. You're talking about Dak Prescott.
Whatever.
The quarterback of the town.
I get him confused. See, that's my bad.
There's your
that's my bad.
Your bouginess right there.
But hey, but my point is maybe the Cowboys can actually do filmmaking and they can lose in that sport.
We're going 10-6 this year.
10-6.
Yeah.
As in 10 losses, 6 wins.
No, if you're gonna go 10 losses, if you're gonna say that way, then you'll be saying 6-10.
Right, I know.
But we're going 10-6.
We're
going 10-6. We're making it to playoffs. That's what I'm gonna focus on right now.
Okay, that's my.
We'll sacrifice if the Patriots can sacrifice somebody to the Illuminati. # Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, come on.
We'll sacrifice somebody.
Yeah, I think it's adorable that you have hope for the Cowboys still, but that's okay.
I love my team.
Jerry's kids ain't gonna make it.
Shout out to my cousin Marion watching too.
Hey, what's up? Got some other winners here. Let's see. Actress in a supporting role. We got Allison Janney from I, Tonya.
Nah, I really need to see that because I'm really. I have not heard nothing bad about that movie.
It's a good movie, and Margot Robbie, she was nominated for Best Actress for playing Tanya Harding.
Really, she was nominated.
Yeah,
but then.
So, like Allison Janney, she knows how to play bitchy, unlikable characters so well. And like she was 100% unlikable in I, Tonya that I was like, yeah, she's getting that Oscar. And she already swept all the other awards circles like Screen Actors Guild and Golden Globes.
Yeah.
So yeah, hey, big ups to her. That was well deserved. For the documentary feature, Icarus actually won. That's the documentary on Netflix on the expose on Russian athletes doping themselves.
Really?
Yep, to get unfair advantages in the Olympics and other sporting events.
Damn.
Yeah, I heard it was a really good documentary. I never got a chance to see it.
Okay.
Then you had animated feature film, of course, Coco. My beloved Coco won Best Animated Feature, and it also won Best Original Song for Remember Me.
Yeah, your little crying song. Now, what was the guy's name who wrote the song? I want to say like Robert Lopez. I know it ends with Lopez. I know that.
Yeah,
but anyway, we'll call him Robert Lopez for now until you correct me.
Yeah.
But you know that he's the only person to win double EGOT.
I read that. Yeah, that's amazing.
So it's not to get political, but it was just I came across a meme where it's like, remember when Trump said all that stuff about Mexicans, and now here's one that's getting a double EGOT.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there you go. Yep, it was written by Robert Lopez.
Oh shit.
Yep, Robert Lopez and Kristen Anderson Lopez.
Yeah, his wife.
Yep. Yeah, double EGOT winner. Hey, big ups. And I did not cry during the performance of Remember Me this time. But man, it was a great.
Don't lie.
No, I didn't cry. I was telling myself, don't cry, fight it, and I did. I really did.
What was I doing? Well, I was at work when they I was at work, so I saw they was performing it, and then I went and did some work.
Okay. But Coco is worth watching if you haven't seen it because it's a beautiful film. And it was really cool seeing Mary J. Blige also nominated for Best Original Song for Mighty River from the movie Mudbound, and Best Supporting Actress for Mudbound as well.
Kyle, my kids love that damn movie.
Coke, yes, and rightfully so, Then we had let me see, costume design of Phantom Thread, Mark Bridges, who won an Oscar for that.
What was his name? What was Daniel Day-Lewis's name in that movie?
Oh, Reynolds Woodcock. You know what's funny? I read that Paul Thomas Anderson, he just made that name up on a whim, and him and Daniel Day-Lewis were cracking up so much that they decided to keep it.
You have to at that point.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you can't come up with a better name than that. Also a great moment was Blade Runner 2049 winning not only visual effects over War for the Planet of the Apes, surprisingly, but finally my man Roger Deakins wins cinematography. Yes.
That moment I saw and I was like, Victor just did a backflip.
I did. I retweeted.
Can't do no damn backflip.
Nah, hell no. I retweeted a tweet from I think it was One Perfect Shot. It said, "Cancel the riot. Roger Deakins won an Oscar finally. 14th time's the charm, man." And if you see Blade Runner 2049, you'll understand why it's an Oscar-winning film for cinematography, because that film looks so sexy and gorgeous. Like every single frame, it can just print out and frame on your wall is so good.
Okay, does it have to be sexy shit?
Yeah, there's some gorgeous shots. That film is delicious to look at.
Oh, here he goes with that shit again. Got me swearing in front of my cousins now.
Hey, and also Dunkirk wins 3 technical Oscars for film editing, very well deserved, right. And sound mixing and sound editing. So yeah,
does Christopher Nolan have a Best Picture Oscar?
Not yet, no.
Huh.
In fact, he was nominated for Best Director for Dunkirk. That was his first directing nomination, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah, because he's been nominated for a screenplay before.
You mean Inception didn't get anything?
No, Inception got cinematography and visual effects.
Okay, understandable.
Yeah. But he didn't get no. I think he was nominated for screenplay, but he didn't win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, those are the big winners for the Oscars this year. Like I said, a great, fantastic show. All the nominees were well deserving.
My cousin said, "That's okay, you do it."
So yeah, all these films, they're pretty much available for. Well, except The Post. I think The Post is coming out a couple months on Blu-ray, but you can watch most of these films on Blu-ray and DVD right now, and they're all worth it because they're fantastic pieces of art. For those of you who are on the popcorn munching casual side, you can use the nominees this year from the Oscars as a way to expand your movie going horizons. There's more to movies than just superheroes and Transformers. People, come on now, step y'all gamed up. Academy Awards, take a bow. Y'all made some great choices. Word up.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my rundown for the 90th Academy Awards. And also one more thing about the Oscars, the Black Panther crew, Chadwick Boseman and company
came through.
They came through, and their outfits were on point.
As a matter of fact, show them what you got.
Oh, let me. Speaking of which, and by the way, I want that coat that Chadwick Boseman wore at the Oscars. That looked dope. But I finally got in the mail the art book of Black Panther. Yes. So this was on sale on Amazon.
I didn't see the back of that. That's dope.
Oh yeah, Black Panther, Killmonger fighting it out. You can get this on Amazon for $30, I think still, and it's well worth it because it has a nice little Discover Wakanda right there. I feel like I'm on QVC showing this off. This is a really dope art book. It contains all the concept art of the sets and the costumes. And the outfits that Black Panther, Killmonger, Zuri, Nakia, the Dora Milaje, everything. It's just so gorgeous, and it's very inspirational too. Creatively, I just get goosebumps looking through this, especially like some of the costume design too. So, if you're a fan of Black Panther, if you're a fan of their production design, give this book a look see, because it's a damn good collection of the artistry behind this great film. And yes, I will be getting the Steelbook edition when it comes out this summer.
You gonna pre-order it?
I will pre-order it. Yes, I will pre-order it from Best Buy. Oh, get a load of that, man. It's just some awesome, smooth-looking, Black Panther costuming. Yo, you know what? If I had the money and wherewithal, I would cosplay as Black Panther. I would. Real talk.
Everybody else is gonna, so why not?
Yeah, I'll be like...
There's gonna be a lot of Black... You know what? I actually have a feeling there's gonna be more Killmonger cosplays than Black Panther.
I think there'll be a good amount. Yeah, for sure. Especially some Dora Milaje as well.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and also speaking of Black Panther, I saw on Twitter there was the Umbaku challenge. Yeah, basically like people like reciting his monologue when he was challenging T'Challa at the waterfall.
I saw somebody nail an impression.
Yeah,
like he nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Winston Duke, he's gonna be on the come up too. Look out for that name.
Oh yeah. He's got a great screen presence too.
No, he's like 6'7".
Yep. Yeah. He's kind of like what's his face? Who's the Samoan version? Jason Momoa, except he can act better. Yeah. Jason Momoa is the Roman Reigns of Hollywood, but...
Ooh, well, if they ever decide to do a Roman Reigns movie, that's who you got.
Yep, that's pretty much Jason Momoa right there. We will not have it. I said we will not have it, all. But yeah, man, that's what's up. That's pretty much what I've been up to with the Oscars and Black Panther. So, anything else on your end?
I'm good.
All right, we'll get into some news and headlines before we get into our main topic. Some good news here. Avengers Infinity War has moved up 1 week to Friday, April 27th.
I'm so good with that.
Yep. It was originally scheduled for May 4th, but it moved up one extra week. And this is likely to space out the release dates between Avengers, Deadpool 2 coming out May 18th, and Solo, a Star Wars story, coming out May 25th.
And I am definitely okay with that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Like... Do you think that you're gonna see it in IMAX?
See wherever I can get it, wherever I can get tickets to it, because I know it's gonna sell out.
Yeah, I think so. This is like the beginning of the end for the MCU.
At least this phase.
Yeah,
because there's gonna be more.
Oh yeah, and speaking of which, I'll get into that later on. But I think we'll get our friends together to go out there again, and of course I'll probably see it twice, but.
Dick.
But yeah, that's good news all around. And somewhere John Haponic is secretly jumping for joy.
You love getting that guy started.
Yeah.
Well, he trolls Marvel. We gotta troll him back.
Of course. Some other comic book news here. Rick Famuyiwa is going to direct the film adaptation of Black Hole. The director of The Dope. He's signed on to direct Charles Burns' 1995 graphic novel of the same name, Black Hole. The film has been in development since 2005, with David Fincher originally set to direct and Neil Gaiman originally attached to write the screenplay. Black Hole, it's a graphic novel which you can get. It's in collected form. It's pretty thick. It's about a group of teenagers in the 1970s who contract the sexually transmitted disease which causes grotesque mutations. So STDs which give you mutations and possibly superpowers. Famuyiwa was previously set to direct The Flash for DCEU, but stepped down ultimately. So yeah, I think this is a good choice. I've heard a lot of good things about Black Hole, and I really like the premise. So I'm expecting some body horror, some grotesque shit. So it's kind of right up my alley. So I'll definitely give it.
It definitely is right up your depressing ass alley, you sick bastard.
Hey, I mean, wouldn't you want an STD which gives you powers?
Wait, what?
I mean, sure, you're itching, but at least you can lift walls with your mind.
That's so weird. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad because of the simple fact I'm like, but it comes with benefits. Like an STD that comes with benefits.
Yeah. I mean, I might be misinterpreting Black Hole because I've never read the graphic novel, but
Okay.
but I'll give it a chance. I'll probably go to the library and pick up a copy.
Kyle Chapman says Star Wars sucks.
I'll get into that in later on.
Damn.
A specific aspect. Other news here: Kristen Wiig is being eyed to play the villain in Wonder Woman 2. Warner Brothers and DC Films are in talks for Kristen Wiig to play Dr. Barbara Ann Minerva, a.k.a. the Cheetah, in Wonder Woman 2, which is slated to arrive November 1st, 2019. Very interesting choice. Kristen Wiig, I mean, she's a very good comedic actress, and she dabbles in drama here and there, so I'd like to see what she can do as a supervillain.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it. I mean, is Patty Jenkins directing this one again?
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Okay, so, at least the DC would have 2.
Yeah. 2 good films on their agenda, on their catalog, rather.
Yeah.
Some other news here. Chris Hemsworth is eyeing the lead role in the Men in Black reboot.
No, leave Men in Black just the way it is.
Well, the almighty Thor is in early talks with Sony to play one of the lead MIB agents. However, Hemsworth would not be taking over one of the roles played by Tommy Lee Jones or Will Smith, but instead Hemsworth will be playing a brand new character that would be the new face of the series.
It makes sense. I mean, okay, but it's just like we're just too like, as a child in the '90s. What up, Harris? Like I'm too attached to Men in Blacks 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, part 3. Yeah. Yeah, part 3.
No disrespect to Josh Brolin.
Okay. Oh, that's right. He did play a young version of Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. F. Gary Gray is in negotiations to direct, and the film is scheduled for June 14th, 2019 release. Chris Hemsworth, he's got a talent for comedy.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm for it.
I'll check it out. I will practice the Fifth Agreement on that one.
Yeah.
Be skeptical, but listen. So, I mean, I'll be skeptical, but I'll watch it.
Yeah, why not? Cool. I haven't watched Men in Black in 20 years.
I watched it the other day with my client.
Oh, wow. Does it still hold up?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Some other TV news. Black Mirror has been renewed for season 5.
I'm still working on watching it.
Yeah, I've only watched a handful of episodes so far. But, I like Black Mirror. I think perhaps it's a tad overpraised in my view. But I like the premise.
Yeah, it just shows that technology, how modern technology, well in their case somewhat futuristic, can have its benefits, but yet have its downfall as well.
Yeah, it's downsides.
Downsides, thank you.
Yeah, to an exaggerated degree.
Yeah. I would like to have some of that stuff though.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it yet, but have you seen the final episode of Black Mirror of season 4?
No.
That's the one with Letitia Wright.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I think it's called The Black Museum. I think that was the best episode I've seen of the whole series so far, from what I've watched.
She's actually going to be in Ready Player One too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which comes out at the end of this month.
Yep. So I'll watch that. Shout outs to Movie Pass.
I still got them 10 more chapters.
Yeah. Some other news here. Flashpoint gets its directors finally. Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, the directors of Game Night. I still got to see that. They've been confirmed to direct the Flashpoint film, starring Ezra Miller reprising his role as Barry Allen, a.k.a. The Flash.
DC Spider-Man?
Yep. Except less cool. Barry Allen in the comics is cool. The movie version, not so much. The film will see the Flash travel through time to save his mother from death at the hands of Eobard Thawne, a.k.a. Reverse Flash. There's no confirmation as of now as to how this film will affect the larger DCEU, or if it'll feature other members of the Justice League, or if it'll ultimately reboot the whole DCEU. There's currently no release date of Flashpoint.
I give it 6 months and one of those directors step down.
Well, you know what? Since they're a two-man team, if one steps down, probably the other one's going to follow. And you know what? I would not be surprised.
Nope. Nope. Any confirmation of a Dexter reboot? I keep seeing the post on Facebook.
That seems fake. I've never heard of a Dexter reboot coming out. That might be some fan thing or whatnot, but it's worth looking into.
And what is MoviePass?
MoviePass is this wonderful service where for $9.95 a month, tax free, you can watch as many movies as you want in the theater. So you can watch one movie in the theater per day, and the clock resets at 12 midnight. So you can theoretically go to the theater and watch literally like 12 movies, all for the price of $9.95. It's awesome. Keep in mind you can only watch.
Own stock in it.
I don't own stock in it. I'm just a fan. And keep in mind you can only watch 2D screenings, so you can't use MoviePass for 3D screenings or IMAX. But it's
still worth it.
Oh yeah, it's well worth it.
Still worth it. I just don't. I would get it, but I don't go to the movies that often.
Yeah, I'd still say it's worth it in the end. In that, like, if you were to use it for like an evening show, you don't have to pay like the full $12.50. You just
I usually don't go to the movies by myself like that. So.
Fair enough. And last but not least, Disney sets its dates for 6 untitled Marvel films. So let's get into that. Disney has 3 release dates for 2021, May 7th, July 30th, and November 5th, and 3 more release dates for 2022 for February 18th, May 6th, and July 29th.
For the love of God, please let one of them be the Fantastic Four done right.
Indeed. And in addition to these 6 films, Spider-Man: Homecoming 2 will debut on July 5th of next year, opening Marvel's Phase 4. So that'll be post Avengers 4.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Black Widow will also come out in 2020 as part of Phase 4. So, yeah. Also, Kevin Feige said that he has plans for literally 24 more MCU films with characters they haven't even used yet.
There's so many characters like in just the Marvel universe itself.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll see a Fantastic Four.
Disney can do an Onslaught movie.
They can, now that they own X-Men. Yeah, they can. Yeah.
That shit would be fine. You know what? I gotta get those comics again. Yeah, I sadly haven't seen it yet, but I've heard Black Panther is good, but not worth the praise it's getting. What do you think? It is worth the praise it's getting.
Oh yeah,
Brad, just go see it.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, it's got tons of insurmountable hype behind it, but it lives up to every bit of its hype. So Black Panther is worth checking out. And if you have, and you don't have to have seen any of the previous MCU films to get into this one. This one works excellently on its own. So definitely check out Black Panther.
But it will make you want to see the other MCU films as well.
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, that does it for news and headlines this week. And now we're going to get into our main topic, as alluded to.
The hater is coming out.
Not quite. We're going to get into our unpopular opinions on various subjects. In other words, things that might entail things that a lot of people that we know like, except us, or vice versa. So we're gonna get into like things like stuff in sports, movies, culture, video games, books, you name it. So, yeah, we're gonna set it off. And whatever your unpopular opinions are, let us know in the chat.
All right.
So, should you kick it off?
All
right.
Coffee is of the devil.
Coffee is of the devil.
I hate coffee. I hate the smell. I hate the taste. Like anything that has to do, even if like there's ice cream that has a hint of coffee, I would not eat it.
Really? So you're not a fan of coffee ice cream?
Not at all.
What about coffee milk?
Hate it.
What about iced coffee?
Hate it.
Frappuccino?
Hate it.
Damn, man. Just nothing?
Nothing coffee.
Damn, not even coffee cake?
Nope.
Shit.
The Little Debbie ones from back in the day. Yeah, because there's so much sugar in it. Mm-hmm. But then, because you really don't, to me, I really don't taste them. Who don't like coffee? Me.
Yeah.
But I can't eat those things now, though. That's way too much sugar.
Yeah. Now is it because like you've always had a hatred for coffee just cause, or?
A lot of that was, Carl's weird ass. Carl, it just grow. I don't like. I just can't do. I hate the smell. I hate the taste.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just hate everything about it. Like I can't even be around like coffee beans. Like when I go into Dunkin', I'm like, ugh, I try to get out of there as fast as possible.
Damn. And you're not allergic to coffee. You just hate it.
No allergies.
Huh. That's peculiar. I mean, I will say like I like iced coffee, like particularly like caramel or French vanilla iced coffee.
You can add whatever to it. If I get that whiff or that taste of it, of that coffee flavor there, I'm done.
I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm not big on coffee myself, although like I said, iced coffee is kind of my thing during the summer. Although I will say Dunkin' Donuts coffee is just butt, in my opinion.
You live in Rhode Island and you're saying that? You live in New England and you're saying that?
Yeah, I'm saying it. Dunkin' Donuts coffee ain't shit. Starbucks is where it's at if you're willing to pay a little bit more.
Damn, you're bougie.
Listen, yo, I tried Starbucks. My girlfriend Monet, she put me onto the white chocolate mocha. That shit is delicious as fuck.
Mocha, wouldn't do it.
Yo, I'm telling you, that white chocolate mocha though. I'm telling you, yo, it'll make you put your pinky up in the air, son.
Nope. Mocha has that coffee flavor in it.
Hey man, listen, man.
Okay, Brad agrees with you. Dunkin' is garbage.
Thank you. Kyle says
Starbucks is terrible. Terrible.
I mean, I'll say that they're a bit overpriced. Yes, that's terrible. But
they are.
But you get what you pay for in terms of quality. And I gotta say, man, their coffees, I gotta give them their props, man. I will say this though: if Starbucks like sold their coffee at Dunkin' Donuts prices, Dunkin' Donuts would be out of business. Straight up.
Yeah, I don't know. Coffee is gross, so I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Just give me an energy drink in the morning. I'm good.
Red Bull.
Whatever I can get. Rockstar, Red Bull, Monster.
Yo, I remember for the longest time on the podcast, you were giving free advertisement to Monster.
Yo, because I was working them triples.
Yeah, I hear you.
Now I'm off a double. Now I'm just off a double. So I'm like, okay, I had one before I came here.
Okay, fair enough. Now, since we're on food, I gotta say this one might engender some controversy, but now that I'm older, I can say this with conviction. I believe that fried chicken is overrated.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm enforcing the stereotype. That shit is fucking delicious, but it also depends on who's making it too.
That is true.
So that place, El Pollo Campanero, something like that. Yeah, they're garbage.
Is that the local one? One of the local ones?
It's actually a chain, but it's just like, it's just not good.
Like, like for me, I guess it's become more of a health thing because fried chicken I can't really get into. Like for example, Popeyes is trash. KFC.
Popeyes is I would take Popeyes over
KFC.
KFC, yeah.
Well, KFC is not even real chicken when you think
right.
About
It's cloned.
it.
I know that. I'm unsubscribing. Damn, Kyle, don't do us like that. Can't be dissing fried chicken. Hey, we will fall into the stereotype. You haven't had good fried chicken.
I have had good fried
chicken.
You
need to go to somebody's grandma's house or somebody's aunt's house, and we're not talking about them thin little bougie heifers. I mean, we're talking about the ones who wear the ring and they're cutting off the circulation on their arm, and they still have their nails done. They got the arm fat going. I mean, you need to go to a grandmother who does not need a recipe.
Oh.
She just knows what to throw in there, and she knows the right amount. Like, I need a teens of salt in it. Mm-hmm. Odds are we're gonna have more salt than that. But like when we need a teens of something, what is the measurement of a teens?
I'm thinking like a pinch or something.
It's not even a pinch, just a
wow.
Whatever.
I mean, first of all, I will say with fried chicken, Kyle. I mean, for me, the reason why I'm saying it's overrated is because, like, for me, it's more of a health thing. Like, the older I get, like, the more that I realize that, fried chicken is not quite where it's at anymore. grilled chicken is far superior.
I like grilled chicken, but I mean, just fried chicken is just as good.
I mean, because when you're eating fried chicken from many of these chains, you're looking at the trans fats.
So don't
you're looking
eat
at
from the chains. You gotta eat.
At,
you need to eat from a straight up black family's house.
You're talking about GMOs. You're talking about the high cholesterol content. You're talking about the salt content, sodium. Although I will say this, I will say that there are two places in Rhode Island that whose chicken wings are on point. Wings Over Providence, of course.
Back in the day, yeah, back in high school.
Yeah, like I've tried their Jamaican jerk chicken like last summer. It smacked. It was
Wait,
great.
where is the nearest? They're still around?
Yeah, there's one on Hope Street.
That's still open?
Yeah, right across from the Rochambeau Library. Wings Over.
Oh wait,
Providence.
Wings Over Providence. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking Wings to Go from back in high school.
Oh, okay, yeah, and also Apsara. Apsara has some really good crispy wings with the cilantro and the lime and the jalapeno peppers. Those are really good.
Real quick, Brad said, "Yo, I don't want to go off topic, but I've commented on your post about the Marvel Netflix series being absolutely trash and got no response." All right, Iron Fist was I would probably say I liked it when it first came out, but as time grew on, that shit was garbage. Mm-hmm. Iron Fist was whack, but Punisher, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil. Mm-hmm. Defenders was okay, but could have been a lot better.
Yeah, I agree.
But how can you doubt those, man? How can you not like those? You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm not knocking you for that. But, I mean, really, you're really going to hate on those series, especially Punisher.
Yeah, I think to be fair, I don't think Brad's a big nerd or geek at all when it comes to comics. So I think for him, it's just like, okay, I don't get it. If you like it, cool. But to your point, Brad, your comment, maybe you don't appreciate realistic responses and good acting. Come on, son, you ain't gotta be salty. You gotta be salty. But yeah, getting back on topic, like I said,
Kilgrave was scary.
Yeah, Kilgrave, Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth was just cool.
Yeah,
he was just cool. Come on, Mahershala Ali, and that's bad acting.
Come on now, Oscar-winning Mahershala Ali.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, fried chicken, like I said, when I say it's overrated, I don't mean to say that I dislike it. I mean, I still like it, but I prefer grilled.
Ooh, you do gotta try Flames on Eddy Street.
Flames?
Yeah, it's a Jamaican restaurant on Eddy Street where the old Dunkin' Donuts was, across from Wendy's.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta go there.
All right, I'll put that on my list.
A bit pricey, but it's worth it.
Okay. But yeah, I'm a grilled chicken guy. That's just me. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Anything else food related? Because I have one more on food.
Pineapples does not belong on pizza.
I disagree. I absolutely disagree. As a matter of fact, Hawaiian pizza, ham and pineapple pizza is culinary greatness.
Keep the ham. Mm-hmm. It just seems like one of those things. It's like something that's sweet doesn't belong on something
like cheesy.
Yeah.
You think that, but you'd be surprised. Like the way the juices marinate all over the gooey cheese, all over the pizza from the juices from the pineapple when using up all its strumpf, and the way it caresses the juices of the ham. I got 3 words to describe it: fabulous. I'm through.
Is there a talk that we need to have off screen or something?
No, but seriously though, yo,
it's just not. Maybe it's the hype that isn't supposed to go together that makes it people like it so much. And as a matter of fact, do you even know for a fact that people in Hawaii eat Hawaiian pizza like that?
I think I heard that they actually don't.
Odds are they don't.
Yeah. But I mean, I will say like ham and pineapple pizza. It's really good. Like,
just don't.
Like the secret is you cut up the pineapple in smaller
chunks, right? But it's like it's like it don't. Pineapples with like pizza sauce.
Yeah,
it seems it's not that combination, and I don't like it.
I love it. Like
sir, I don't like it.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Like I remember when we were at the Freddy Cup and when I think Freddie ordered the Hawaiian pizza, that was good as fuck, man.
Nah, the barbecue chicken pizza, and that's where it's at.
Yeah, that was really good. But yo, that Hawaiian pizza, it was flying out the box though. Nah. I guess because people were really hungry, but still.
Yeah, we did kind of get that food late, but
but yeah, Hawaiian pizza, that's in my top 5 pizzas of all time, right there, son.
All right. Sure.
Yeah, Vasilio's, man.
All right. What's yours? What you got next?
Let's see. Well, moving away from food, I got something on. He's spitting opinions, Kyle. He is spitting opinions.
Those is facts.
As far as music goes, and you know what? As far as music goes, I have one for unpopular opinion, and this is just one that's just for the life of me, I just don't understand.
Oh, Jesus. I already know what it is. I bet.
I mean, of the list of overrated singers, I still don't understand why Beyonce is so popular.
Oh, shit. No. We're gonna retract that statement.
No. We will not.
We're gonna retract this statement.
We will not because
listen, you don't know how strong the Beehive is.
Come at me, Beehive. Because listen,
no, they ruin lives. They ruin careers. When was the last time you heard it from Carrie Hilson?
Who?
There you go.
But listen, I don't. As far as is Beyonce a good singer? Yes. Is she a decent actress? Sure. Dreamgirls is a great film, but
she wasn't that.
Yeah, but for the life of me, I can't understand where cultural critics and fans are coming from when they say that, Beyonce is an icon. She is a genius. She is a visionary. Like she is like the golden goddess of music. I listened to Lemonade. I even watched the short film that came with it. And yeah, Beyonce was inspired by Daughters of the Dust. She was inspired by other independent black films. Does that make her a genius? No, it doesn't. Her music perfectly serviceable. Is it coming from a personal place? I guess. But is her music revolutionary? Is her music meaningful? Does it really touch me at my core? No, not really. And really, and that's not to say, Beyonce's whack.
Saying this,
and that's not to say Beyonce's whack, because no, Beyonce is not whack. She is a highly talented singer, yes. But to say that, she's an icon, a genius, a revolutionary, no, I don't see it. I really don't see it. I think her status as a cultural icon is 100% unearned. Unearned.
Well, this will be the last episode of the Codex Prime podcast because the Beehive will come at us.
You know what? As far as the Beehive goes, just bring it.
Trust me. Let me tell you something.
Just bring it.
The Beehive, they are worse than Patriot fans. They're worse than NFL fans. They are they're like soccer fans.
Really? Come on. Really?
Trust me. They end careers.
I mean,
they have ended careers, and they will do that. I mean, there was a stat, and I put this as a status. Luckily, people just laughed at it, and nobody didn't pay that much attention to me. But there was a couple years ago while Beyonce was on tour, she sneezed on stage, and the entire arena said "bless you."
That's some cult shit right there. That is cult.
Yo, just imagine if she farted.
Yeah, people whiffing, getting a whiff, oh my, I must get a whiff of the goddess's flatulence.
Dog, trust me, the Beehive is strong. I hope you're prepared.
You know what? As far as the Beehive goes, send all the hate mail at codexprimepodcast@gmail.com.
They will drive you to suicide, man. I'm telling you.
As a matter of fact,
telling you.
I think a dear friend of the show, Afton, I believe, is a big Beyonce fan as well. Is she?
Is she? I don't know. I know she's a huge Drew Hill fan.
Okay, but yeah, you know what?
I know some Beyonce fans.
Hey, are they as crazy as you described?
Yes. As a matter of fact, shout outs to cousin Asia. I was telling her about the time when I got to hang out with the Cowboys a couple years ago.
Okay.
So I told her, I was like, well, I shook Miles Austin's hand. Miles Austin used to date Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is quote unquote friends with Beyonce. So I told her that. she put her hand out to me to shake my hand because I have that like handshaking lineage to Beyonce.
Wow, that's nuts.
Yo, my
bro.
cousin John. Yo, shout outs to him. He's in a new he's in a new web series called Chapter 2. You should check that out. It's on YouTube, I believe.
Right on.
But listen, I introduced via Facebook to him and cousin Asia. Yo, they've been best friends since.
Really?
Because of their love for Beyonce.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, cousin John, he is a Baltimore Ravens fan. Okay, he's from Baltimore.
Yeah.
And when the last time when the Ravens won the Super Bowl, that was when Beyonce performed at halftime. It had the blackout and everything.
Yeah.
Him being a Ravens fan, to him, it was like there was a football game at the Beyonce concert.
Wow.
Listen, the Beehive is strong. Be careful with that.
I mean, if you say so, but as far as I'm concerned, I'll say Beyonce fans. I guess this to me they sound like a bunch of Roman Reigns stands, if you will.
Shit. No, I don't even know. Roman Reigns fans cannot even they're a blink of an eye compared to the Beehive.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm telling you, the Beehive is strong.
All right, if you say so. Like I said, codexprimepodcast@gmail.com. Send us your hate mail. Direct it towards me, Victor Omoayo, and I welcome it. Just bring it. All right.
Well, I'm going to go off into movies year round.
Okay.
I did not like Finding Nemo.
What?
Couldn't get into it.
Oh, I'll just smack the black off your face, man. How can you hate Finding Nemo?
I just couldn't get into it. As a matter of fact, I constantly fall asleep at it.
How can you fall asleep at Finding Nemo?
I just really can't get into it. Like, I've seen all the hype. I know you've shed many tears over it.
Well, it's Finding Dory.
Oh, that one either. I don't even pay attention.
Listen, man.
My girl's daughter watches it a lot, and I'm just like, all right, here you go. And I'm just like, I'm on my phone or whatever.
Is it because you've seen Finding Nemo in the background so many times? Because, your girlfriend's daughter likes it so much?
I was feeling that way before I even met my girl. So.
Listen, man.
I could not get into it.
That's disgraceful. Listen, Finding Nemo is one of Pixar's finest films. You put some respect on that film. Listen, storytelling, voice acting, the quality of the animation. 2003, that film still holds up. What, 15 years later? Yes. Still one of their very best. I still put it in my top 10 easily for Pixar. And you want to sit here and
what would be number one? Toy Story?
Number one would be, number one would be Inside Out. I'm going to say Inside Out, then Toy Story 3. Yeah.
Toy Story 8, that's when Andy grows up and moves.
Yeah.
And they're all just sitting on the porch.
No. They're in the daycare.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, Finding Nemo, that's not only one of Pixar's finest, that's one of the finest animated films in the last decade and a half, dude.
Could not get into it.
Well, then again, I mean, you're of simple taste, so what do you know?
I'm just a casual fan.
Casuals. Ugh. Filthy casuals.
Come on, Ben Carson.
I'm just a casual
Come on, Ben Carson.
fan.
Come on, Ben Carson.
What can we come on, Ben Carson?
Go ahead, do it. Oscar T-Rex.
I'm just a casual fan.
Come on, bougie.
I ain't bougie, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
you're very bougie.
I am not bougie.
You are very bougie.
First of all, I'm gonna say this right now. As far as people have called me, like you on this podcast and people outside the podcast, like among our friends and our circle, they've had the nerve to call me bougie for the simple reason that my opinion differs from theirs. For the simple reason that I know just a little bit more about film than they do.
Oh, you Fast and Furious fans. Oh, you and your sports ball and all that. You sound bougie as fuck.
What about sports ball? I'll get into sports in a minute, but listen, yes, Kyle, Inside Out.
Go ahead. You know what? Go ahead.
As far as sports goes, I've said this before on the podcast, and I'll say it again. I absolutely hate. Absolutely.
You like Starbucks, bro? Bougie. Thank you, Kyle.
Come on, man.
Some
Just because you like Starbucks doesn't mean you're bougie, all right?
Some tells me that this was about to be Kyle's like favorite episode.
Listen, man. Anyway, I absolutely hate how much sports and athletes are worshipped in this country, in the U.S.
It's competition.
I mean, listen, I hate the way that sports are the difference maker between kids getting into college and not affording tuition. I hate the way athletes are respected more than teachers. I hate the fact that teachers get no motherfucking respect in this country. But yet, just because you can dribble a ball or run down an end zone, you're the fucking man or you're the fucking woman.
Well,
I'm gonna say this: sports brings out the worst qualities in people every single time. I mean, competition is one thing, but you see it from the fans, you see it from the shit talking among athletes and fans. Fan bases are the worst. They're the worst because, we won the Super Bowl. You didn't win shit. All you did was buy a dusty ass jersey from the concession stand. Were you on the field? Were you dribbling that ball? Were you running down the end zone? You're a fan. You're a sports fan. You don't win shit. You don't win games. You don't lose games. You just sit there and watch. You sit there and you pay franchises your hard-earned money. That's all you do. That's all you do. You give Jerry's World your money so you can sit down and watch the game like a zombie, stuffing nachos and all that GMO laced food in your mouth, in your pie hole, so you can watch your sports ball team win. That's all. So when you say that, we won the Super Bowl, we won the Stanley Cup, you didn't win a goddamn thing. You're just a watcher. You're a spectator.
No, it makes us feel good. We like to be a part of it. Okay, so if that means giving off our energy to our favorite teams, then so be it.
Listen,
so be it.
Whether or not you cheer for a team, it doesn't make any difference whether or not that team's going to win a championship.
Okay, point proven. Entertainment, bro, equivalent to a movie buff.
Movies are different, but listen.
Oh, no. Okay, here comes that select. Go ahead. Selective outrage. Go ahead.
Movies are different, but listen, we're talking about sports now. But listen, you got to admit, Carl, you got to admit that sports have such a high premium in our country to the point where stadiums get our tax money to be cities prioritize building more stadiums than schools.
But they bring jobs.
What?
They do. They bring jobs.
Jobs.
Yeah. They bring jobs to our community. Something our community needs. Our economy needs it. And not to mention, I would have to say, I beg to differ. Here's what really brings the worst out of people.
What's that?
Politics.
Absolutely, I agree.
Okay. Well,
I agree.
Wow, we agree.
I agree.
Because this past election was exhausting.
It was, but
it was exhausting, and it brought out the worst. I was like, I could not even bring my energy to it because it was like I know if I get into a debate with somebody, I'm just like, I cannot do this no more. Mm-hmm. Like I would just burn out.
I mean, I give you that, but unlike sports, politics is necessary whether you like it or not.
Actually unites people. I would say this. Okay, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan, lifelong Dallas Cowboys fan. All right, you can see if you go to a Cowboys game or any other team by that matter, right. You actually see so many people who are on the same side. Come on, Dallas Cowboys. We're in Texas. Mm-hmm. Okay, that is a republic. That is a red state to the core.
Yes, it is.
But yet, you see people from all walks of life, all wearing that navy blue star. Same thing with the Panthers. I did not like no damn Redskins in high school. You can kiss my ass.
Damn, son.
Who was you rocking with before '96? Huh?
Who was his favorite team before '96?
I didn't know Kyle in '96.
Oh, okay.
But the Panthers didn't come around until about '96.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you see people in all walks of life rocking that navy blue star or whatever team that they go to. You will high five Jerry Rice. I would say the Niners would be my second team. Okay. Because of those classic Cowboys Niners games. Mm-hmm. But like anybody, like I went to a Cowboys game a couple years back. Yeah, I was high-fiving people that I was high-fiving strangers after each touchdown. And, like, who knows? They probably thought about lynching me. Like, what is this N-word sitting next to me? The Cowboys scored a touchdown. We was high-fiving each other, celebrating and whatever.
Right.
Yes, sports can bring... Yes, it's competition amongst people, but sports can also unite people as well.
I mean, yes, point taken. It can unite people towards a common goal or just that common camaraderie. I get that. Across borders and all that. It's beautiful from a certain point of view. But at the same time, though, do you not see how awful it is that the NFL, the National Football League, is legally considered by our government a non-profit entity?
There's one thing I cannot comment on because I don't know too much on the business end of it. Like, I know it definitely is a business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean,
look it up. I mean, there's no reason why
I would have to do more research on that aspect. I enjoy the games. Mm-hmm. I enjoy rooting for my team, whether they're good or bad.
I mean,
metallic blue till I die.
I mean, yeah, that's
cool. But hold on, wait.
What?
You're a professional wrestling fan, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, it's different.
How so?
See, number one, professional wrestling doesn't have the cultural stranglehold that professional sports has in the country. Number one.
It can. We go again. Okay. Say, let me see. All right. WrestleMania's coming up.
Yes.
Odds are you're going for Shinsuke Nakamura.
Of course.
Say I'll go for AJ Styles.
Uh-huh.
Won't we be going back and forth? Won't we be going at it? Debating?
Yeah.
Just like how we do in the Wrestling Fantasy Warfare group?
Yes.
It's the same thing as when we debate about sports.
It's a little different.
It's the same thing.
There's more to it in wrestling.
Who's the better team? Who's the better wrestler?
There's more to it.
Here it is. When you're wrong, you stutter.
No. There's more to it in wrestling. See, in wrestling, there's nuance. You got to look at the work rate of both athletes. You got
the work rate of both teams.
No, you got to look at the storytelling of both athletes, right?
The storytelling of that simple game. Which team will come out superior?
Listen, man.
Here we go.
We're not talking about
Victor
wrestling.
is 0-2 for debates.
No.
Shout out, Adrian. I got it.
No.
Damn, Adrian, need to be watching this right now.
No. Listen, man. I mean, here's the thing.
There's a stutter.
With you got to admit though. You got to admit. Shut up with that damn song, man.
Stutter.
That was Joe, right?
Yes.
Man.
And Mystical.
Yeah. It's been a while. Joe needs to come up with some music. But anyway,
he does. It's just not. It's more adult contemporary R&B.
Ah, I gotcha. But yeah, but here's the thing. I guess like for me, when it comes to sports, like professional sports, like I just think that fans, there's like way too much of like a cult of personality, way too much worship, like not just fandom, actual worship of these athletes, and it's like, dude,
who's your all-time favorite wrestler?
All-time favorite? Damn, that's hard to say. I'd have to really think about that. If you were really twisting my arm, maybe Chris Jericho.
See, that's one I agree with, but okay, my all-time favorite is The Undertaker.
Okay.
Like, I am a hardcore Undertaker fan, longer than I've been a Cowboys fan. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I would defend that. I would defend that man to the T and say, listen, Undertaker's the GOAT. You would say Chris Jericho's the GOAT. There's another debate. Mm-hmm. You will put Chris Jericho on a pedestal, just like I will put, Nature Boy. For example, like you said,
Flair, yeah.
I would put Undertaker on that pedestal. We would go at it. We will all put people on a pedestal to some degree.
Right, but here's the thing. Again, like I'm just saying, I just think that professional sports have too high a priority in our society at the expense of other professions and other aspects of our society that need the money.
But who says that people do not like respect teachers and firemen and policemen or whatever? Policeman's a little.
Well, yeah, policeman. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
not the best example, but
But I mean, like with teachers, professors, firefighters, like, like the fact that teachers,
those people, they do get their props.
they get their props.
They're
but,
just not on national TV.
right. But here's the thing, like if, like, for a more just society, I
Mr.
think
Feeney
that
was my all-time favorite teacher,
right. But he's fictional.
but you did not learn from Mr. Feeney.
We all did, yeah.
Exactly.
But teachers should be the ones getting those 6-figure salaries, and athletes, they should. It should be more equity, is what I'm saying. I think that just because you're able to dribble a basketball, or you're able to carry a football or kick a ball around the field, that doesn't mean that doesn't entitle you to more respect and more adulation than someone who busts their ass in a classroom every day, than someone who fights fires every day, than someone who puts their life on the line every day.
Okay, but who says that those athletes didn't work hard to get where they are?
I'm not saying that they didn't, but I'm just
saying who.
I mean,
who you don't know what they're doing. Okay, here's another example. Okay, I may be a bit biased, but I'm good friends with Will Blackman.
okay.
Okay, he played on the Washington Redskins, not this past year, but the year before that, and he's been on multiple teams.
Yeah.
Super Bowl winning cornerback
Yep.
against Tom Brady.
Okay. Word right on.
Yeah. I knew you would get a kick out of that. But I'm like, he comes back every year and runs a free football camp that I DJ every year. Mm-hmm. He comes back. Okay. He actually tries to be he's actually a mentor to these kids, where he puts in his money. He puts in money and provides a free camp. He gives kids a chance to actually like interact with an actual NFL player and some other NFL players. And one thing that he does, that he makes sure that he all the NFL players that he gets, he makes sure that they are from here, to show these kids like, okay, just because you're from here, that you can make it too.
Yeah.
He actually shows kids, just like a teacher does, that they can achieve their dreams.
Right on.
It's really not. It's not that. It's not that much different. The only difference is just the pay and the line of work.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing, but
The stutter.
But here's the thing, like I said, and that's awesome. That is genuinely awesome work. Big ups to Home Dude. But,
And many other football players do that for their communities.
right? I respect the hell out of Colin Kaepernick. Because he's putting his money where his mouth is.
Yeah, exactly. But we got to move on because there's more stuff.
Yeah, so we'll just agree that I'm right.
We'll have to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
You just don't like sports, and I love sports.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like the cultural stranglehold and emphasis that sports has in this country is what I object to more than the sports itself. I think we can agree on that. But yeah, what's on your list, man?
Superman sucks.
As just the character?
Yeah.
Okay, explain.
He's just too I swear there is like some comic book Illuminati law that makes sure that like Superman is the absolute most powerful superhero in the world. Just because he was like one of the first.
Yeah.
If not the... No, I think there was a couple more before him.
Yeah, there were. Like the Phantom, I believe.
Phantom was before Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah, but to me, he's just Kyle spitting fast. Good looks, Kyle. But Superman is just like, he's just so dead regular. But yeah, he's just like all time. He's a god.
Yeah.
Like not too many flaws. It's like he just cannot do no wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said.
He's not really he's not relatable.
Okay. Yeah, and yeah, I agree. I will say that it's hard to make him relatable when he has only two weaknesses, kryptonite and magic.
And now all of a sudden, like he's immune to kryptonite.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
In the latest comics, he's grown immune to kryptonite. He has to be perfect. He has to be perfect. He needs a cut. If he was a plain white T-shirt, he needs a ketchup stain.
I mean, I will say, like with Superman, it's I mean, I'll agree with you to a certain extent. I think that there's a way to make Superman more relatable. Like, he's the type of character that it heavily depends on who's writing him and what storyline he's put in. Like, for example, like with the current DC Rebirth version of Superman, like it's actually pretty interesting. Like the way that they make him interesting is like by giving him a family, like Lois Lane and his son Superboy. Like they're characters who have vulnerabilities, and they make Superman more relatable in return. Also, you have all the other Superman versions like Red Sun, which is like Superman lands in Russia instead of Kansas.
I remember hearing that.
Yeah, and that kind of makes him more relatable because it's like, okay, I have these powers, but I'm more about representing a different ideology, so I got to represent Russia instead of the U.S. And it kind of makes him more interesting. So there's ways to make him more interesting, but I do agree with you, like on the broad aspects, like he's too perfect.
Goku can be Superman.
It's a hell of a match. Spirit bomb. I think Superman can take a spirit bomb.
If the writers will make him do that, yeah, because they make him fucking God.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Goku throws a spirit bomb. Trust me, my hands are in the air, lending his energy to, and they do that in the game.
They do?
Oh my god, they did that. It was fire. Like I screamed.
Nice.
As a matter of fact, I'm doing it in the game. I had to give him my energy, and I'm holding up one hand. I'm like, no, it's supposed to be two. Okay, cinematic.
Nice. But yeah, I think we can kind of agree to
the rest of the audio, Josh. All right, Kyle.
Yeah, we can kind of agree on Superman. He's leaving. Oh
yeah.
Oh man. I was gonna get into some wrestling ones.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I have a few wrestling ones as far as unpopular opinions go.
I only got one.
We have one?
I only have one for wrestling.
No, let's hear your wrestling one real quick. Let's hear that.
Tyson Kidd was underrated.
Yes, he was. I agree. He was underrated, and it's a damn shame that he had that.
Like I followed him when he went by T.J. Wilson and FCW. I tried to catch some of his New Japan matches, but like it was just so unfortunate. I could have switched. Damn it! I was about to leave. He's here for the wrestling one.
Okay.
It actually hurt my heart when he got that career-ending injury.
Yeah, that was a catastrophic neck injury. You said that only 2% of people survive it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm glad he's doing agent work. He's still with the company, but it's just like, damn, you could have been so much more.
Yeah, I agree. He was on the come up too. I will say, like, for an unpopular opinion, and you know what? Shout outs to a YouTube film critic, Movie Bob Chipman, for his episode of Unpopular Opinions, because he raised a similar point. And here's my unpopular opinion. I never want to see Daniel Bryan wrestle ever again. I think his in-ring career is done. No matter what Daniel Bryan says, no matter how hard he wishes to return to the ring, I think that Daniel Bryan returning to the ring is a phenomenally stupid idea because Daniel Bryan, by his own admission, has had an ungodly amount of concussions for a man his age. And for him and he has gone on record by saying that the minute his contract expires is the minute he goes back to the Indies. And I think that's stupid because if Daniel Bryan gets back into the ring, number one, because of the concussions he suffered, he already has long-term damage he has to look forward to down the line. And B, if he gets back in the ring, God forbid, he's going to end up like another Chris Benoit situation, and we don't need that.
Yeah, we need Daniel Bryan in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we need
Chris Benoit ain't going.
Hell no.
Although I do have a friend, mainly because Chris Benoit is one of his favorites. I'm not gonna call out who. He's like, yo, man, they need to put my boy Benoit in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, dude, are you serious?
That'll never happen.
I'm like, Doug, you can't even watch a Chris Benoit match without thinking about what he did in his final days.
That is true. Yeah, like Kurt Angle versus Benoit, WrestleMania 17. I'm like, this is a great match. Wow, Benoit killed his wife and son.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for Daniel Bryan, like no matter what he says or what Brie Bella says, his in-ring career is done. He'll never wrestle again. And WWE, I got to agree with them. They're in the right to not clear him. Because like if they clear him, then WWE, they'll be liable for if he ends up dying in the ring.
Yeah, Birdie needs a daddy.
Exactly. Yeah, so like Daniel Bryan, dude, like I'm a fan, but leave the memories alone. You have so much to look forward to. Just do your commissioner, general manager thing on SmackDown.
That's a good song. Leave the memories alone. Yeah. He used that for the Ric Flair tribute when he retired, quote unquote retired.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, go ahead. That was my only wrestling one. So go ahead.
My other unpopular opinion is I don't get Bobby Roode's character on SmackDown Live. I don't get it. Like, is he supposed to be a face? Is he a tweener? Is he a heel? I think that when he moved from NXT to the main roster, they cut his personality away from him, because when he was in NXT, he was the perfect heel. Like, he was like full of himself, the suits, very arrogant, condescending. Like he lived up to being such a douchebag.
The fans made him a babyface because of the entrance. That's literally what happened.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the thing, and I think that, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I think there's something to be said for WWE taking away certain elements from heels to get the fans to boo them. But the way Vince McMahon handles that is that you take away the fans' reasons to care about the wrestler when you take away certain elements.
But people still care about Bobby Roode.
They do, but when I look at Bobby Roode, it's like, I don't get him. Like, is he just Mr. Glorious Entrance theme? That's it? Because that's really all he is. Just decent matches and a great entrance. That's his gimmick, really, pretty much.
It just works. I mean, WWE really cares. It's more about, is he selling Glorious T-shirts?
I think he probably is.
He's over. That's what they want. That's what they want.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, I hear that they're trying to undercut Rusev's momentum because he's supposed to be a heel. But, with the whole Rusev Day thing.
Yeah.
But
I'm really surprised that's getting over, because I honestly like the whole, like, extra tough guy Rusev that he had when he was coming back. Like, he was just, like, when I just saw that, I'm like, that's power.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, he was like a straight brute.
And then, like, the whole Lana and Dolph Ziggler thing, that really messed him up.
Yeah.
But Rusev Day is funny. I'm cool with it.
It is.
I have no beefs.
Yeah, he's making the most of it, so good for him. But yeah, Bobby Roode, like I said, like, he needs to have a more firm character. I think he needs to be a straight heel. I think that's where he shines the most. And that's where I want to see him at. More of a personality, because I'm just a good wrestler with a great entrance. That's it.
Okay. What's your next one? You got like what?
Got a couple more.
Yeah,
one, the character of Bayley on the main roster. I think Bayley peaked way too early.
Yeah.
I think for her storyline is the chase for the title.
But now that she's got it, but you know what? It's another thing. She sells. She appears to the younger demographic.
Mm-hmm.
And you see them little girls.
Yeah,
with those shirts and the one side ponytail.
Mm-hmm. And Izzy, the super fan.
Yeah. Like I said, my girlfriend's daughter loves that entrance.
Yeah, it's colorful, wacky, wavy inflatable tube man.
She sings the lyrics. That's what they got.
Yeah, they got her. Yeah, I mean, for marketing purposes, like, she's shining, and all power to her. But I will say, like, I think a better storyline for Bayley would not only to have her chase the championship, like, because she's been in the main roster for, like, since 2016, right?
Something about that,
yeah. So I think what could have been really dope is if have Bayley keep chasing the title, then have Asuka win the Raw Women's Championship, and then Bayley eventually faces Asuka one-on-one, and so it's like, oh man, Bayley's like in her head, it's like, oh, I gotta face the woman who beat me for the NXT Championship and who was undefeated.
They could do that.
I got a big challenge ahead of me.
They could do that, but I have a feeling they're gonna do that with Nia, because like she has a lot. I know you're not the biggest Nia fan, but you have to admit she's getting over very well right now.
She is. She's getting some very positive babyface reactions.
Yeah.
In fact, like on Raw too. She's
when she cried and stuff. Like I was like, they made my girl cry.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss giving her that backhanded pep talk.
But they probably might switch that around because we all know Asuka's winning the championship at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that could turn that into a whole program because Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss are best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are all over each other's Instagram.
Oh yeah, in real life.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like they can turn that into a program.
Oh yeah, they absolutely could. And like I said, like I think Nia is.
She's right. Asuka never mentioned a challenge.
That's right. She could still challenge Charlotte technically, because they never fought. So that would be an intriguing match.
My dream match is to see Natalya against Asuka. Both had that Japanese training.
Oh, that would be a great match. Stiff matches, stiff hits and whatnot. That could be Yep, she could challenge Charlotte in a twist. Yep. And then you can have Nia face Asuka for the women's championship at WrestleMania. Although, like I said, for Nia, I think she definitely has room to grow. I think hopefully she can show more of her personality more and more through her gimmick, especially as a babyface.
Right.
I think she should show a little more range in her wrestling. You know, I know she's a big girl. She can do dominating moves, and that's it. But she can do a little more. Like if Piper Niven can be versatile, so can Nia. And also one other thing I gotta say about Nia, not so much about Nia, but some of her fans, and especially in the Wrestling Fantasy Warfare chat. Listen, y'all, I will not mention names, but to all you cats in the Wrestling Fantasy Warfare chat, y'all are just a little too parched for Nia Jax. Just way too parched. That's all I'm going to say.
I love it.
That's all I'm going to say.
I love it. I laughed so hard. Kyle's watching. I know he has to comment on this.
The way a couple of y'all cats in the Wrestling Fantasy Warfare chat on Facebook fetishize Nia Jax. Yes, I get it. She's a big woman with a pretty face. I get it. Okay, cool. Come on, y'all. Really? Y'all sound a little too thirsty. Just a little bit. Have some Poland Spring. Quench your thirst.
Oh man.
That's all I gotta say. Really.
I love it. I'm so entertained by it.
Yeah.
He's sitting beside your pick.
What's up? Oh, that's right.
Hey, I love Nia.
That's right, man.
I love Nia.
Yo, man, I can go to the kitchen right now and get you a cup of water, man.
Oh man.
So yeah, I do have one more unpopular opinion when it comes to wrestling. Randy Orton. I like Randy Orton as a wrestler. Mm-hmm. As a personality and gimmick, he's fucking bland as shit. He is boring as fuck. This dude, Randy Orton, crisp drop kicks in the business, yes. Crisp wrestler, yes. Accomplished former 12-time, 13-time world champion, yes. When he walks to the ring, he just has a look on his face like, man, I just do this in my sleep. Randy, he sleepwalks through his matches. His promos, nothing special to speak of. His personality, heel or face, nothing special to speak of. It's like when I watch him, he's like the human equivalent of NyQuil sometimes. and don't get me started, man. Like, yo, go back to 2012 to 2014. Take a shot every time Randy Orton and John Cena had a one-on-one match. You will die of alcohol poisoning.
Well, yeah, at that time, they were just, honestly, them two were just lifelong rivals. I honestly think that Randy Orton is John Cena's best rival. And that's only because they came from the same graduating class in OVW.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I like to see. They both, like, came up at the same time. It's literally, to me, to them, it's like watching Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit go at it. Minus the technical skills.
Yeah. And I will say, like, with Randy Orton, I think his best gimmick was the Legend Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, without question. That's when he had the most personality. Because Randy Orton, I guess in real life, he kind of has a bit of a prickish streak to him. And it translates well as when he's a heel.
I had a good experience when I met Randy Orton, so I can't really say like he was a prick. Like he was cool to me. You know, we took the picture together.
Like I'm saying allegedly, like according to some fans, but
yeah.
Because like I said, obviously I never met or know the guy, but like as far
have
as
you met any wrestlers?
I met Ricky the Dragon Steamboat that one time.
Comic-Con?
And
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake, yeah. But yeah, Randy Orton, like I said, is he a Hall of Fame worthy wrestler? Absolutely. Crisp wrestler, but as a personality, sometimes it's like I gotta fight to stay awake because it's like you can tell that Randy Orton would rather be anywhere else but inside that ring sometimes, and it shows.
See where you're coming from.
Yeah. So those are my unpopular wrestling opinions.
All right. I got a couple for video games.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try to breeze through these.
Yeah.
I thought Eternal Champions for Sega was dope.
It was decent.
A lot of people hated on it, and I thought it had the potential to be a successful franchise, but at that time, Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter were way too big.
They were. Yeah.
And it just wasn't it didn't measure up.
Yeah, that's true.
But I had so much fun. My dad bought that game for me. I had so much fun playing that game. Mm-hmm. Especially like you couldn't get the fatalities. They had fatalities, but you really couldn't get them. Mm-hmm. Like as easy, you couldn't get to them as easy as you can with Mortal Kombat. So then Mr. Caveman was the truth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he was a good character. And so like the fatalities came out of they would come out of nowhere sporadically, and it just made the game special for me. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what? This game was dope.
Yeah.
And a lot of people hated on it.
Yeah, like gameplay-wise, I'll say it's decent. Like, it's definitely not whack, but like I think like with time, like if it had a chance to grow as a franchise, I agree it could have been something special. Yeah. Like I would like to see I wouldn't mind seeing a reboot. Like just throwing out there, Sega could publish it for like the Xbox and PS4.
Yeah, look at Killer Instinct.
Yeah,
the Xbox.
Yeah,
I still beat your ass in that game.
Yeah, barely.
It wasn't barely. I beat your ass. Nah. I'm trying to downplay my skills, boy.
Nah.
All right, and Altered Beast for Sega, which was a very Shaq Fu was whack.
Shaq Fu was.
I had fun playing it. Shaq Fu was the worst character in the game. The little kid was the best character.
Hi, Shaquille O'Neal. I know Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu. I can't do it. Sandwiches. This was a highly popular game for Sega.
Yeah.
Altered Beast was whack.
I agree. Yeah.
Altered Beast was garbage.
Yeah, it was a plain Jane 2D game, 2D fighting adventure game.
Yeah, I was just like, that's it.
Yeah.
I got no joy on it, and it's on the Sega, the little Sega system.
Oh yeah, man.
I got shout outs to Hollows. He was like, yo, he always tells me when you gonna bring down that Sega. I'm like, I am. Yeah, I definitely am.
Yeah, Altered Beast isn't all that cracked up to be. I agree.
Altered Beast is garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Although I will say, and this is speaking of video games, I still maintain that Sonic the Hedgehog is the most overrated franchise of the 90s.
Awful.
Yeah, Sonic games don't hold up, people.
Oh, shout out to Stephen Ho checking in.
Yeah.
Out of here. What are you talking about, Sonic or Altered Beast? Because Sonic is amazing.
Nah, Sonic doesn't hold up as much as people say it does. Because here's the thing. Sonic the Hedgehog, all those platformer games, they expose themselves because when you slow the gameplay down, it's a clumsy platformer.
He's Sonic the Hedgehog, he's supposed to be fast. Why would you want to play Sonic slow?
That's no excuse.
Why would you want to play that slow? I'm going to bring my PlayStation over again. Uh-huh. And I am going to show you what roids can do. I want you to play Sonic Mania.
Okay.
And watch, you will have the time of your life. Oh, Altered Beast is garbage. Garbage, Steven. And you know it.
Yes, it's not a classic, I'd agree.
I'll bring the Sega I'll bring the Sega system when we have our meeting, Steven, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Sonic doesn't really hold up, no matter what people say.
Play it. I will challenge you. We will play I will have you play Sonic Mania. Okay. Hell, we'll Twitch stream it.
Okay, we'll play it. I'm down for it.
We need to utilize that Twitch more often.
Yeah, we do. I will say as far as I don't have anything on video games really because I think I pretty much said everything I said about my unpopular opinions on video games last summer. Yeah, but. Yeah. I'm getting to film real quick. I will say that one of the most overrated films of the 90s is The Usual Suspects with Kevin Spacey as Kaiser Sose. Mm-hmm. That movie doesn't hold up after one viewing. Like when you revisit it again, you realize that the characters are really nothing special. The twist, while it was shocking the first time, when you watch it, like you have a really dull crime story with dull characters. and a screenplay that thinks it's too clever for its own good. But when you look at it, it's like, it just comes off as trying too hard.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, the best Thor film out of the three is still the first one. Thor 1 is better than Thor Ragnarok.
I enjoyed both. Possibly on an equal, probably on an equal level, because I knew like Thor Ragnarok was gonna be like a somewhat comedy and stuff, and I know you had your beefs with the whole, oh my god, he said a joke when it was supposed to be sad. What was it called? Bathos,
yeah.
Excuse me, yeah. I understand that, but I'm like, there's more to the movie than that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna pull a Jen Green and say, oh my god, this movie's horrible, just for the one ending that she didn't understand. I still laugh at that.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was hilarious.
That is. You know what? Speaking of that, as far as movies go, and again, this I might get some pushback from among our friends and perhaps viewers. I think that, for me, I respect anyone's taste in movies and whatnot.
No, you don't.
I do. That being said, among our circle of friends, I think some of y'all, I'm not mentioning names, some of y'all need to step your movie tastes up. I think y'all need to expand y'all horizons. I think that some of y'all pride yourselves on being too casual, that if you watch any film that falls even slightly outside the mainstream popcorn munching filth, you'll be like, I don't like it. This movie's too weird. It's too tuggy. This movie's too slow.
You are really gonna sit here and say Mulholland Drive was not weird?
It was weird.
That movie was weird as hell. Like, it had a nice basic story where like the girl got hit by the car and she like lost her memory, and her friend that she meets is trying to help her regain it. But the gypsy from behind the restaurant. Right. That had nothing to do with the movie.
Right.
The old couple that was just weird as fuck. Like, that had nothing to do with the movie.
Kind of did.
And they turned little.
Right.
For no apparent reason.
It was like a visual hallucination.
And then and the movie just ends by some broad just saying Silencio.
Yeah.
And then it ends.
Yep.
Like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? That's your bougie motherfucker. Done.
Listen, Mulholland Drive is a brilliant film, and yeah, David Lynch, like, sometimes he does weird shit just for the sake of it. I agree, but as a whole, there's layers to Mulholland Drive, though. But I give you props for actually giving it a chance that falls outside your purview of popcorn munching mainstream stuff. I give you all the praise for that.
A game that doesn't hold up is Toe Jam and Earl. When I was young, was a fun 2-player, but after trying it again at PAX East, doesn't hold up. I would have to get a copy of Toe Jam and Earl. I'm gonna have to go to like Toy Vault or something, see if they still have it for Sega.
Yeah, you know what? I think
I need to ball out I need to go to Toy Vault and ball out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I have to agree with Steven on Toe Jam and Earl. Like, I remember playing it like even like 6 years ago, because that was the first time I actually played Toe Jam and Earl, because I have it on an emulator. I was just sitting there playing it, and I'm like, I don't see the hype behind this game. I know like they were popular in the '90s, but that's about it. And with that, I gotta say, man, I think pop culture nowadays we're too invested in nostalgia.
We are.
Yeah,
we are. Nostalgia because they know it sells.
They know it sells, but like because nowadays, like with the whole '80s kick that we're on with Stranger Things and Ready Player One, I think nostalgia is it just turns me off now, because it's like
you're getting so much of it.
Yeah, that, and also like so many people try to make it sound like their time period was the best. It's like, oh man, we had real artists back in our day. Nowadays, you have whack artists like Migos. I mean, what the hell's a Migos?
You say that about about '90s hip hop.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, nostalgia doesn't hold water, because like 10 to 20 years from now, today's generation of kids and teens, they're gonna look at the future generation of teens and kids and be like, oh my god, what do you listen to this whack shit for? Back in our day, our generation had real artists like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Those are some real artists.
It's just gonna happen. Come on, our parents said the same thing.
Yeah,
my dad hated Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop Diggity Doggy Doog, whatever his name is. Yeah, so
My dad still thinks that Rapper's Delight and The Breaks are the greatest rap records of all time.
wow, that's the Stone Age of rap right there.
It is early days, 1978 and 1980.
Yeah, I mean, rap has gotten so much better, but I think that nostalgia, people, it's way too, it's too comfortable a blanket. I think nostalgia is like a quaalude, you know. It just
you have to compare it to that.
Yeah, like it gives you like this nice pleasant
I can understand,
feeling, but it just dulls your senses, you know. Like
you sound very experienced in quaaludes.
No, I'm not.
Shout outs to Wolf of Wall Street.
I mean, I just think that people try to make the past seem greater than it actually was, because like nowadays, 10 to 20 years from now, like today's stuff is going to be considered vintage or old school.
Yeah.
And you're gonna look back and
happens.
Like some of today's stuff is gonna be
that's literally I don't want to say the circle of life, but that's literally just the way it is. It's gonna happen. Come on now. There's people who listen to music from the 50s and they'll say like George Clinton is whack.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
And then there was people from the 30s who listened to songs like Shortening Bread and they couldn't stand the Temptations. You know what I mean? So forth and so forth. It's just gonna happen.
That's true. Yeah.
Anything else you got?
Yeah, I'd say one more thing. People who say that they don't read, they turn me the fuck off. People who pride themselves on A, not reading books, and B, I've never been to the library in 10, 15 years. I don't even have a library card. You hang your head.
It's been a long time since I've been to the library, but I enjoy going to Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
I actually love like buying books and just owning them.
Right up. Okay, good for you. I mean, you have an out there that gives you an out. You're not.
Kiss my ass, but I just haven't been. Yeah, I haven't been to the library forever. Hey, the last time I've been to the library was like to use the internet because I didn't have it at the house.
Yo,
some to print out rap lyrics on from Ola.com.
Wow.
And print out Dragon Ball pictures to draw them and all that.
Taking it back to the high school.
Oh God, yes. Remember? Oh, those were the days.
Yeah, man. But people, I've said it from the very first episode of the podcast. Support your local libraries, people. They're a treasure of cultural riches. You don't know what you're missing. If you have library fees, pay them. Renew your library card. Borrow some new stuff that's coming out. Not just books, but movies, Blu-rays, DVDs, video games. Some branches in Rhode Island have video games you can borrow, son. It's beautiful. Knowledge is free. There is no knowledge that is not power. Stay woke.
Okay. Ready to move on to question of the week?
Yes.
All right. Question of the week. Yeah, we are running out of time. So last week's question of the week was, what Saturday morning cartoon would you like to see get a reboot? All right. This was actually this actually gotten some good responses. So I'm going to go down, starting with our Facebook friend, Nick Quattrini. He says, Super Friends. I wouldn't mind more anime, so I'd say Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon. I'd say Pokemon, but they're doing X and Y right now, and not sure if Sun and Moon will get a season or a film. I'd love to see Spider-Man and his amazing friends. I had a VHS as a kid with 2 or 3 episodes, but never saw the whole show, and with today's animation, I think it would be cool.
Super
yeah,
Friends.
that choppy animation. Gotta love that. That choppy. Yeah. So on our Instagram, Elise5544 says Gargoyles. That show was so deep.
Yeah,
I love me some Gargoyles.
I want to rewatch that.
I still hear that. I'm not sure if it was the rumor or so, but I heard that since Disney owns Gargoyles, that they actually want Marvel to do a Gargoyles movie.
You know what? I want to be opposed to it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Keith David has to do the voice of Goliath, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Katie Girl 890 says X-Men. But I think there's like tons of Disney like X-Men series right now.
Oh yeah.
One Mecha Human says, honestly, I wouldn't want the cartoons I grew up with to get a reboot. They pretty much butchered DuckTales.
I heard some good stuff about DuckTales, the reboot.
Have you?
Yeah.
I haven't. I haven't like even caught it.
Yeah, me either.
Jessica Cushion says gummy bears and the recipe to the juice. And of course the supervillain goes, even though they probably ruin it, Muppet Babies could still be great.
I thought they had like a new version of Muppet Babies. Probably.
So, for this week's question of the week. Now, for those who are familiar with Death Note, shout outs to Girls Can't Geek for this. I stole your question.
Yeah.
So, real quick, explain Death Note.
Death Note is a wonderful anime series and manga series. 36 episodes on Netflix, about a kid named Light Yagami who takes it upon his own hands to write who he considers evil, their names in the Death Note, and the time that they die and how they die, in order to reshape his vision of a perfect world by killing who he deems to be criminals or evil people.
All right. So, which fictional character? I don't want to touch real life characters. No. But which fictional character would you put on your Death Note?
Dang, fictional character in the Death Note. I'm gonna have to take a moment or two to think about this one.
Me too. There's like so many.
I was gonna say somebody from Game of Thrones, but the ones that I really wanted to go
are already dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, let me think about this one for a moment or two.
You know what? I'll take it a Game of Thrones one. Cersei gotta go.
Yeah,
the bitch gotta go.
Yes, Cersei is just a humongous douche.
It's because, but you know what? I love to hate her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like Lena Headey. She plays the hell out of that role.
Yeah. More, kudos to the actress, but yeah.
Man, fictional character who I want to see who I would write in the Death Note. Dang, man, that's actually harder than I thought it would be. It's hard, man. It's hard. Like I said, like Game of Thrones would have been easy. You know what? Just so this franchise can be put to bed forever. Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead.
Jesus Christ!
Write his name in a Death Note. Kill him. You kill the show because he's a big fan favorite. Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead. His name goes in a Death Note. Deleted. delete him. Delete the show. Yes. Straight up.
All right. Well, that will be on our social medias within the next few days. Within a day or two. Hopefully, it won't take me this long. Just as long as this one to put in. But thanks to all the responses, y'all greatly appreciate it. Mm-hmm. And also, you can email us at codexpodcast@gmail.com. Yes, send your beehive, send your Victor hate mail
to this guy right here. Come at me. Drive a roll at the partition, please. What a lame song. That's a lame song.
I like Partition.
The video. Beyonce was looking like a snack, but still, that's a lame song.
I used to have fun DJing that song. I really did. I'll even play you some of my cuts, a blend that I did, and some stuff that I used to do with that song. I used to have fun with that. But answer the question of the week, or send us your unpopular opinions, or what you have to say about our unpopular opinions. That's right. You can send them anywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever. Send it to us.
Yep. And you can listen to our episodes on Facebook Live, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play, as well as select episodes on YouTube.
And please send us a 5-star review on iTunes. Help us move up the charts.
Yes, indeed. Yes. And we thank you so much for your support and watching us and us doing our thing. And tune in next week. We got some more hot fire in the stove for y'all.
Jessica Jones comes out this week, season 2.
Yes, season 2. I can't wait for John Haponic's review of that show.
And Brad Belial's apparently. He says he hates the Netflix series.
Yeah. So Jessica Jones coming up. We probably won't review that next week.
Next week, you'll give it another week.
Yeah, so more time. But yeah, as always, we will catch you on the flip. So peace out, nerds.
Later.